at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Erin Sullivan.
And I'm Jacqueline Fernandez. Let's get right into our top 6 headlines at 6.
History in Oklahoma City. Nebraska cruises to a 76-47 victory over Troy, sealing the program's first NCAA tournament win. Reaction from the team's anchor, Sam Hoiberg, in a few minutes.
Fire crews from across the state battled 4 massive wildfires for nearly a week straight. Today, a group of firefighters from Douglas County headed west to relieve them. These crews will stay for at least 7 days. Officials say this trip won't affect fire coverage here in Omaha.
2 Iowa soldiers killed in the line of duty in Kuwait, honored with a procession today in Des Moines. Dozens of soldiers and everyday people lined the streets to remember Major Jeffrey O'Brien and Sergeant Declan Cody.
An effort to turn FNBO's old headquarters into apartments taking a major step forward. The sale between the bank and a developer officially closed this week. The 22-story building will become about 300 apartments. Developers are planning 1- and 2-bedroom options rented at market rate.
Israel launched a widespread strike targeting the world's largest gas field in Iran. This video shows thick flames and smoke rising from the area after the attack this morning. The attack pushed global oil prices higher, adding to growing concerns about energy stability.
Omaha Mayor John Ewing expected to give a preview of what's to come for the city tomorrow in his first State of the City address. We'll stream that event for you live tomorrow at 2 p.m. and bring you the highlights in our newscasts.